the 1x betting app, and don't waste your second with 1x bet app, Africa's top bookmaker, which recommends its branded app for Android and iOS. With just a few clicks, you get to register yourself, deposit, withdraw winnings, and enjoy seamless navigation for betting with the best odds in both live pre-match and live odds. So get to 1xbet.co.ke and get to enjoy of course, the best betting world. But I want us this afternoon to continue with the conversation that we are having. It's all about Junior Golf Foundation, and I'm with the president, the new president of Junior Golf Foundation, that is Vincent Mukiri. Remember, the first part we've talked about, what Junior Golf Foundation is all about. And in this part of the show, I want us to talk about what the future holds for Junior Golf Foundation. Remember, he took over from Regina Gashora. He was the vice president. Now he's the president. And there are projects that he wants to make sure they are completed. And before, Vincent, of course, before tumalize his story, I've had friends ask me, how much is it for one to join, or rather to get the kids to Junior Golf Foundation?
Okay. Well, so for one to join the Junior Golf Foundation, all you need to do is fill in a link and get a card and pay 1,000 shillings.
That link is Junior Golf Foundation?
Yeah, so there's a Junior Golf Foundation link that's available in our website, and that is available in our parents forum, and you just join in.
Junior, you said the website is?
The Junior Golf Foundation website.
Junior Golf Foundation Kenya.
Yes, website.
So that Junior Golf Foundation Kenya. So you can just search Junior Golf Foundation Kenya, get that website, and then you can fill in the details. How much does it cost?
It just costs 1,000 a year for the junior to be able to enjoy all our facilities across Kenya. Yes, so that is the cost of being a member of the Junior Golf Foundation. Yes.
And earlier on you said that, it may even end up being that the junior is the one hosting the parent. Now, there are initiatives or projects that you had with Regina that you want to push forward. But before we get into that, tell us about this relationship between Junior Golf Foundation and US Kids Golf.
Okay, so as Junior Golf Foundation, we have an existing collaboration with the US Kids Golf Foundation. And the collaboration that we do have is where we have tapped into their series. They do have competitions, where we organize local tours here in Kenya, where our players and our juniors can compete in those events and earn awards and points that help them qualify for bigger events.
Yes.
So the structure that we do have is that we have local tours that are one-day events, and they could be about 6 or 8 in every tour, 6 or 8 events.
Yes.
And from the awards and the points that these juniors earn, then they can be called for bigger events that are the regional championships and even the world championships. We do have a number of our students or juniors who have played at the world championships because they started at the local tours and were able to earn points that took them to the world championships. Yes.
We even saw, some of our juniors getting ranking by the RNA. Yes. Well, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, we have worked hard, and currently we do have a number of juniors who are ranked by what we call the World Golf World Amateur Golf ranking, and that is a way where our juniors are ranked amongst the world. So we have a number of juniors. Like last year, we had about 4 juniors getting into that rank, and we are looking at having most of our juniors get there.
Yes.
Because it's the true mark of whether we are competing at the top level. So it is a way where you can actually track your performance from wherever you are in the world. Yes.
It's very impressive in that. Now, aside from that, remember we had Kenya Open just a month ago, and we saw there was that program by Junior Golf Foundation of Kenya, Play with a Pro, and we saw some young Kenyans perform very well. Remember the likes of Kev Nanyeni, remember the likes of Kanana Mudhoni playing very well. I mean, are you looking forward to having such programs where we have juniors playing with the pros?
Yes, we do have that. Remember, in golf, you have to keep being very innovative. And as Junior Golf, we've had to look for these initiatives so that then we can be able to expose our juniors. So that was one of the initiatives, and it worked out very well. Remember, our juniors were able to get world-class publicity because it was being showed all across the globe. Remember that they were able to earn some financial reward because of what they did. And ultimately, they were also able to showcase their skill. So these are some of the initiatives that we are working on. And not just that, we are even discussing things like having a role of honor for our juniors who are doing very well. We maintain something we call an order of merit, where all our juniors who are participating in competitions can be ranked, such that today if you asked me who is our top player in the under 5 years category, I can tell you.
Yes.
Under 7 years category, under 9 years category. And that's important for juniors because they want to be awarded and recognized, and it helps them grow their skill. So yes, we do have a number of initiatives. Our juniors compete at the highest level. We have an elite team. Like last year, we were able to compete in a number of international events. In Africa, we are rated second for the girls and fourth for the boys. Our target this year and going forward is, of course, to be number 1 if for the girls and grow the boys to about number 2 or 3 this year. Now, all these things require us to continually train. We have programs at the grassroots. We have programs at the regional level, and we have programs at the national level where our juniors are trained about 6 hours every week. And that is what is helping us keep up at this point. We had the Junior Open last year, where our players, one of our players was rated as the best in Africa at the world level. We had other competitions like the Nick Faldo series, where again one of our players was rated very highly.
Are we going to have the Faldo series again this year?
We are going to have the Faldo series again this year. And in addition to that, we even have a new competition that we are calling the Regional 4 competition for juniors this year. So there are a lot of opportunities. So when parents ask me, is 1,000 too much? I tell them it's not much, because look at it this way. If your player joins the Junior Golf Foundation at the age of 5 years and pays 1,000 for 15 years, they'll have only paid 15,000 Kenya shillings. 15,000 for 15 years. But they can access free training at the regional level if they are good, at the national level. They can access scholarships that come up with good performance. They can access playing for their country. So there are many benefits. And the 15,000 they would have paid over the 15 years is not comparable. Of course, there are training costs where you engage maybe a private trainer to train your child and all that. But as Junior Golf Foundation, 15,000 is good enough for 15 years to keep you in the JGF.
As we wrap up this conversation, you guys have received, I think, 12 million from NCB as the year began. But, you know, sustaining the activities that you have to have more sponsors. I mean, how do you get that?
Well, our programs are demanding, and we have a big budget. Of course, many thanks to our sponsors like NCBA, who have made it possible for us to do the programs that we are doing. We do have other sponsors, like we do have ICA Lion, who are also part of our sponsors. We have KQ, who are our official traveling partners. But we are looking at new initiatives, like the school, like Get Into School initiative is an initiative that could be demanding if done at the top level. We may require initiatives whereby we are increasing our diversity and inclusion. We have people who have different abilities that we may want to also play golf as juniors. We may also have initiatives like getting more girls into the golfing community. So all these programs will require sponsorships. And also the international competitions. Our girls and boys have become very good. So they are traveling all across the world. One of the things we want to do is to expose them more. That requires a lot of support. So yes, we do have a budget, and we thank the partners that are there and that have supported us. And we are open to, of course, collaborating. Even the media has played a very big role in ensuring that we can showcase what we can do. And I recall, like the Magical Kenya Open, we were able to showcase what was happening and follow it.
Of course, they play with their pro event.
Yes. So these are things that we are looking at, because you can work and then no one knows what you're doing. So getting someone to know what you're doing is a big deal. So a big thank you to our sponsors, and we'll of course be approaching many others to see what we can do with them.
When the year began, you had 47 events. Now we are heading into the 4th month. How many events are remaining?
Well, there are quite a number because our month basically starts around February. So we are looking
So
at...
it's still 47.
Yeah, it's just about... of the
Because
40,
there are
of the 48,
events that overstretched into 2025.
Yes, of the 48, let's say 6 are about international events. So we are talking about 42 events. We have had maybe about 6 events. So we are talking about another 30-something events to go. So it's a busy season.
Yeah.
And remember, our juniors are still attending school. So one of the things we are working on is a good balance, because we also don't want them to drop in school and gain in golf. We want a win-win situation. And these are some of the programs that we are exploring and ensuring that the golf can feed into the school and the school can feed into the golf. And that becomes the most important part of Junior Golf Foundation. Yes, keeping them in golf without losing school. Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Vincent.
Thank you.
Of course, good to have you here. Of course, this is not the last time you will be coming here on Scotland. We'll be seeing you many more times talking about golf, not only here in studio, but we'll be coming to the ground to see, what the Junior Golf Foundation is doing and, focusing on some of the junior golf, the next generation of the top Kenyan junior golfers that we have, and possibly we see a golfer that can win Kenya Open. But thank you very much. The new president of Junior Golf Foundation Kenya, that is Vincent Mukiri. And of course, he has outlined his vision for the country when you talk about junior golf, and of course giving us an insight of what junior golf is all about and what they've done through the years, and of course getting into schools and other programs that they have. Now let's get into some esports championships. Yesterday we had the esports championships happening at Cheta Hall in Nairobi, and Davis Beria, who can't hold a mouse but tried to hold a pad, tried his hand in esports, and of course after that he got to speak to the